Hello lovelies, welcome to this week's video. We're going to be looking at doing another card reading today, and we're going to be continuing with our theme following on from last week's video about some self-reflection and how it's time to kind of really look into ourselves, get some self-healing done, get all that stagnant energy moved out and ready to move on to a great vibrant springtime season. So it doesn't really feel like it today. If you're here in the UK today, we have what's been named as Storm Gareth blowing a gale outside. It's horrendous. There's rain and wind, there's been hailstones, it's just nasty. So I'm cocooned up inside today, thank goodness, until I need to go and fetch my boys from school. So let's hope it clears a little bit by then. But so on days like this, when it's really gloomy, it's kind of hard to think about spring, but it will be here soon. And the clocks go forward soon. Spring equinox is just around the corner in next week, actually, next Thursday. So it's going to be officially springtime very soon. So we're going to kind of shed the negativity and maybe the heaviness of winter and really start to kind of think about how we want to feel this year and about what we want to run with this year and how we're just gonna move forward with that and just shed what we've been carrying around with us. So last week's video we talked about crystals that you could use to help with your self-reflection, some energy to help you on that journey while you kind of just purge out all of that horrible energy, or moving on from a negative experience, or just trying to get out of a bit of a winter rut and you just need a bit of an uplifting energy, then those crystals will help. I'm going to do a reading today with my absolute favorite deck. You've seen this before, my crystal deck. So these are a set of crystal oracle cards which you can either do healing readings with or you can do spiritual guidance readings with, depending on what layout you want to use and what question you want to ask. So a couple of weeks ago, if you've seen it, if not, go back after this video and take a look. We did a reading with this deck with a holistic healing layout. So it was drawing 4 cards for physical healing, emotional healing, mental healing, and spiritual healing. So that was a really great one. But today we're going to be doing one with 3 cards, and it's going to be less of a healing layout but more of a guidance layout. So this will show you how to do that for yourself. You can apply this reading to any oracle card deck that you have. It's just that these are my favorite ones. They're being crystals, it's my jam, it's what I love to look at, so that's what we're going to do. So 3 cards is what we want to draw. So the first card is going to represent things that have maybe recently happened or things that have happened to kind of set up the current situation. Then the second card is about the present time, so about what's going on with the situation, maybe where it's come from, where it's going. And then the third card is going to be kind of the immediate future. So think next 3 months or so. It's not necessarily long term, but it's basically the potential outcome of the situation that you're asking about. So I thought this was a good reading to do at this point, because if you're starting to kind of clear energy or you're starting to pick yourself up and you want a little bit of guidance about where you're going to go and what you want to do in the coming months, the coming year, how you're going to set yourself up, or maybe a bit more of a general question about how you're going to be feeling and what it is that you need to know to be able to move forward. So you can ask a very specific or you can ask a very general question. So I'm going to ask a slightly general question because obviously this is a reading to demonstrate to you how to do this reading and how to interpret the answers that you may get. So I'm going to ask a bit more of a general question, nothing too specific to me. So I'm going to ask the deck, my spirit guides, you ask whoever you feel you're speaking to. Basically, that could be to source energy, it could be to God, it could be to angels, it could be your spirit guides, it can be your inner self or your higher voice. You do you and what you feel is right and who you want to connect with. So I usually connect with my spirit guides and I kind of just ask about any energies and spirit guides that are trying to guide me and point me in the right direction, and trying to steer me right. I'm going to ask them, what do I need to know right now? Is there anything I need to know? So I'm going to shuffle the cards excuse me, I'm going to shuffle the cards while I ask the question. And I'm going to keep shuffling. I'm going to focus on the cards and how they feel, and I'm going to keep shuffling until I feel it's ready to stop. So I'm going to ask my spirit guides, what is it that I need to know right now about what's happening with my life right now? What do I need to know to move forward? Okay, so I already feel like I need to stop. So that wasn't a lot of shuffling. So I'm going to take the top 3 cards and work from left to right. So you're going to have past, present, and future. So my past card is Agate, healthy body. This is something that's been really concerning me lately. So that's interesting. Already that's piqued my interest because I've been feeling a little sluggish. I've not been eating the right foods. I've not been exercising. So that's an interesting one, particularly in the past position, because it's something I used to be really focused on. It's actually, I was looking at my time hop this morning, and 2 years ago today, I did a half marathon. That hasn't happened since. So the middle card is, ooh, this is a new one on me. I haven't actually ever seen this crystal in the flesh before. Diopside, Mother Earth. That's a good one. I like that. I like my Mother Earth. So that's the second one. And then my potential outcome future card that I've drawn, Azurite, expanded awareness. That sounds good too. So that's my left to right. So I have healthy body, and then I have Mother Earth and expanded awareness. Look how pretty this is. So what is good to, when you draw your cards, is they are going to be read individually, but they also connect to tell a story or to paint a bigger picture. So looking at this just from the off, from what it says, healthy body, Mother Earth, expanded awareness, I think about where I am right now and what I've been thinking about the last couple of weeks or so. And my health is definitely something that I've been thinking about. So that resonates with me. Mother Earth, I've been feeling quite ungrounded at times, having what I would call wobbles about things, so maybe not being as grounded and centered as I possibly could be, so that rings true. And then the future one, expanded awareness, is also making me think that maybe in the coming months I need to, I think maybe do some spiritual growth, or along with some grounding, just become aware more of the energies around me. And maybe that means making sure I have more of a certain type of energy and less certain types of energies around me. So that's really interesting. So it's good to just do this before you dive into your book that is going to tell you what the cards mean, is look at them as a whole and see what picture they're trying to paint for you and how that feels with what's going on with you right now. Don't try and make the cards fit. Don't overthink it. Just look at them and think what comes to mind and how you might interpret that. So my first one, Agate. So I'm going to look up in the book a little bit more detail about what it's telling me about Agate. And Agate comes in so many different colours and shades and layers. There's just so many different types. Okay, so Agate, healthy body. So this is related to the base chakra, which again would tie in with me maybe not feeling too grounded recently. So it says that it restores, grounds, and nurtures the energy field. So that is something that's been concerning me. And it brings in all the divine qualities of Mother Earth. So it's already linking to the second card that I drew. And it reconnects you to the divine energy of the planet. And yeah, and it helps you with the grounding and the energy. So that is really speaking to me from how I've been feeling lately. So it's saying here that you're being urged to tune into your body on a deep level and become aware of what it requires to reach its ultimate health. Now, this is something I am aware of. And you may need to go on a detox or address your diet, nutrition, and exercise issues. Absolutely, completely, I agree with that. I just need something to give me that push. And clearly my spirit guides are going, come on, you got to do it. You're not going to be healthy otherwise. So set realistic goals and be patient as your body adjusts to the transformation. That's good. And then once your body is in balance, the mind, body, and spirit will follow. Because if one is out of balance, it's going to knock the others out of balance. That's why we call this holistic practice or holistic therapy, is because it deals with the whole. if one body, mind, or spirit is out of whack, then it's going to send everything else off balance. We need to address the wholeness of you. So, yeah, you're coming back into alignment with your body and moving towards ultimate health. Well, that's good news. So that is clearly something that I need to do. It's something that I've been thinking about, and now my spirit guides have just confirmed that to me. So the next one is Diopside, Mother Earth. So that first stone was a very grounding stone. So I'm guessing this one is going to be as well, as it's related to Mother Earth. Let's find it. Here we go. Heart healing. So that should have been a given as well when I first looked at it. It's a green crystal. Heart chakra is green, so anything green is going to link into that heart energy. So it says here that it transmutes and heals emotional pain and old wounds, allows you to release and dissolve sadness in your life, and lets down walls of anger, bitterness, and resistance, and allows you to embrace love and connection. So my wobbles recently and feeling very ungrounded may very well come from past experiences that, following my own advice, I know I need to explore, I need to bring up and kind of close the book on that. And I have been trying to do it. And as I've said to you before, excuse me, it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. So it's something that I am working on. And from focusing on that and how the emotions that's brought up has led me to neglect my physical body as well. So it is all linking up here with what they're saying. So it's when you're interpreting your cards, when you do this reading for yourself, it's not necessarily about taking it word for word what's in the book. These books are written for mass production. Lots of people are reading this about the same card. It's about taking the message of that card and interpreting it for yourself. That is where, and it comes with practice again as well. If you're new to card reading, it's going to take some practice. That's why it's really helpful to keep a card reading journal or a notebook to write notes down, so you can come back to them or look back and see if you're getting repeated cards and things like that. It's just a great way to build up your intuition and your practice with it, and it will become easier and easier to make these interpretations when you're reading for yourself or if you're reading for other people as well. So it says here that the natural survival instinct when you've been hurt or hurt emotionally is to shut down and protect the heart from yourself and those around you so you don't get hurt again. That's something that happens on instinct. We don't necessarily consciously do that. It's a survival technique. And this can cause huge disconnection in your life as you walk around numb from these old wounds and scars, and you don't open yourself up. So you're not only are you not releasing things that you need to, you're not letting in good energy either. So no matter the situation, know that deep heart healing is at hand. So that's why you've been dealt the Dioptase have now arrived to shower its healing light into your life. So it's saying basically that I need to open my heart back up, stop maybe putting on such a strong front. I have a tendency to do this where I just I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm the strong one, and then not let people help me. So that's something that I do need to work on as well. And it's now time for you to come back to your heart center as you experience sacred time of heart healing and transformation. So I know that for my own purposes, for the rest of for the coming few weeks until I feel better in myself, I suppose I should say, is I need to do this self-awareness. I need to maybe do some journaling, get in touch with my crystals, maybe do some more card readings with other decks, so I connect with my spirit guides, and just know that all this help and all this loving energy is right there if I just allow it to come in. And I can be guilty of shutting it off sometimes and not taking my own advice. I think we're all quite good at doing that, is that we're great at advising other people what to do, but then when we have to take in our own advice, we don't do it. It becomes really difficult. So I know that's something that I need to work on, and I've now been reminded of that. So my third card, my future card, Azurite, beautiful purple card. So I'm guessing this works very well with the brow chakra, with the third eye. So let's have a look at Azurite. Very, very pretty. Okay, so yeah, this works with the third eye chakra, being that it's a beautiful purple stone. The third eye chakra being your brow chakra being purple. So it says that it connects to and enhances your intuition. So that's something I'm always working on, and creating a trust to follow your own guidance. So to know in my gut, and I am a big believer in gut instinct and the kind of energies that you'd pick up from people or an instinct you have. And it's usually whatever that first instinct is usually the right one for you. So it expands awareness and allows you to see things from different perspectives, allowing transformation and healing to occur. It dissolves old belief systems, concepts, and misperceptions. So that is also something that can really come in with some self-healing and emotional healing, is to shake off your perception of things that have happened before and bring in and allow a new perspective, a fresh perspective to come forward. So, and it opens you to vision and insight into your life and that of others. So it says the veils of illusion are lifting as the old ways of being and thinking, which do not serve me any longer, are falling away. So this is always scary when this happens, because it is an element of change in yourself when you start to think that there are things you used to do all the time, there are people you used to see all the time that you thought it was just always going to be there and that's always how it was going to be, and then it doesn't happen and something changes, or that person goes away, or you change and you're not connecting with them anymore. It feels horrible. It's almost like going through some kind of mini grief process, because you're mourning a part of yourself that isn't there anymore, and having to then move forward and embracing what's there for you now that that's fallen away. So again, that's another time when it gets too scary and out of the comfort zone, we might shut down and become very withdrawn and just think, no, I don't want to move forward, I'm comfortable in my own little bubble. But there's no growth in that. There's no movement, there's no progression in that, in doing that. As comfortable and as safe as it may feel, it's not necessarily the best thing to do long term. So it says here that Azurite allows you to see yourself, your current situation, and your journey with deeper clarity. Know that you are opening to higher planes of consciousness and feel yourself growing into this exciting, life-changing way of being. So I have felt a lot with a lot of the energies since the beginning of 2019, that there's something's waiting for me. Something is waiting, and there's something I'm going to be stepping forward into that's big, but it's not time yet. So it feels like this energy has, and I haven't fought it, I've gone with it, that it feels like I should just be going with the flow, and when it happens, it will happen. So I've had to kind of rein myself in a little bit. But maybe now it's saying that as we go into this new season, as we're going into the spring, there's going to be energy shifts again, as there is usually after equinoxes. There's going to be an energy shift when Mercury retrograde ends, that maybe it's the time then to step into this new light, if you like, almost literally, because everything will be, the days will be getting longer and everything. So it's kind of an opening up. So the way I've interpreted this reading for me has been that I do need to feel more grounded and start to appreciate my health, my physical being, because if I'm unhappy with that, or I'm not feeling well, then that's going to affect my mind and my spirit too. So that's got to be checked out. Then we have diopside, sorry, is Mother Earth. So this is about grounding, releasing what isn't needed anymore. It's about becoming aware of myself and just allowing myself to be really, and just feeling grounded, and again paying attention to my physical self. And then we have Azurite, which is again new ways of thinking. New doors will open when you can let go and release what no longer serves you. So that ties in really well with reflection this month, and it's reflecting on things that maybe aren't as great as they used to be. Maybe there's something or someone that needs to be let go of for you to grow, and it needs to happen, or something that's happened in the past and you just need to feel those feelings and then accept that it's over with, it's in the past, and be able to move on with it. However, you can kind of find some closure with that. So reflection is a massive part of the healing process. You need to reflect on what's happened before to be able to deal with it, to be able to move forward. You cannot move forward without doing that. It's just you can't. It won't happen. It needs to be dealt with. So if you want to take a look at, I've got a brand new 12-week course coming up in the spring. It starts in April. I'm going to put the link in the description below for you to take a look, and we're going to work on 3 elements of kind of just rediscovering who you are. So we're going to be doing reflection, we're going to be reclaiming who we are, and we're going to be then moving forward, taking action to renew where we want to be and who we are. So 4 weeks on each of those topics. It's going to be an online based course. There's going to be lots of interactivity. There's going to be a lot of exercises for you to do and really work through, and I'll be with you every step of the way as well. So take a look at the link in the description, and you can now register your interest for that. If you register your interest for the course, you'll be among the first to know when the course goes live, ready for enrollment. So I'll put that in the link below. And I'd also like to say that this episode has been brought to you in conjunction with Skillshare. I have a lot of my courses over on Skillshare. I love their platform. They have so many courses of every topic you can think of, and they have a wonderful holistic section. So there's things about crystals, obviously, and then there's all kinds of different healing, how to do card readings, how to make crystal grids, how to do self-discovery, mindset, mindfulness, meditation, tons of stuff on there. So if you want to sign up and have 2 months completely for free to access all of their courses and just see what they're all about, then again, there's a link in the description below. You click on there and sign up, get your 2 months for free, use the courses, and learn some new skills, get some more knowledge, and you'll also be helping me and my channel out as well. I'd be very, very grateful. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and another demonstration of how you can interpret a card reading. If you'd like to see more card reading videos, then click the link here for my Oracle card playlist. My other Oracle card videos are there. And if you'd like to subscribe to my channel to be kept up to date on my weekly videos, then click the icon here to subscribe to the channel. And like I said, check out those links below about the reflection course, and I will speak to you again next week. Until then, take care. Have a good one. Bye.